JD Rainey here, Magic Mike Live, as we are here in the main theater, featured dancer, and been with Magic Mike since the beginning of the show. OG.
Hi, my name is Jah'Meek David Williams. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. We're here in the theater of Magic Mike Live, and I am featured in Candy Shop and sometimes Blues.
I was known for being a student athlete. Dancing was something that, was just done in recreation. So I didn't start dancing professionally until about my late 20s.
But it wasn't until I went to church and I saw a Christmas show with kids in it. And, it was hip hop music, it was old school music, but it wasn't until I heard the African music and drums where I was just like, oh my God, Mom, I want to do that. Juneteenth is the day that our slaves were set free, the last of the slaves. Juneteenth is a celebration of our freedom. We use this day to, get together like the Black culture always does. We always get together. But on this specific day, we use this day to just celebrate in music, games, shows. We take the moment to tell our kids the history of slavery and where we are now, and sometimes it still exists.
It really is about gratitude. It's about gratitude and enjoying what I get to do because of my ancestors. I think what still needs to be done is just further education. I mean, that always is the first step. The more that our kids and the future generations know about those particular circumstances and those particular living conditions and how to avoid them and how to, I think, success them is key. So I think education is a big part of what is going to help the future and what helps make that future look bright.
And like JD also said, is keep teaching, educating, especially our young ones that are coming up. I think me being a 90s baby, we're stuck in that gap of baby boomers and Gen Z. And I've seen a lot of things change, and from racism, electronics, to TV, to Black representation on TV now. And I think it's just good as long as we keep showing our kids who they are and what they are, and that this is okay to be who you are, everything is gonna be okay. But yeah, education. I think that's the biggest thing, is to keep teaching them. And everyone, not just Black people, but other races as well.
I think the importance for me and personally is that being part of being an inspiration to future kids and, kids that want to do what we do. And like Jah'Meek said, like showing them that it's possible, being an inspiration and carrying that torch and being those characters I always wanted to be when I was a kid. I was a big comic book nerd as well. So the first time I saw Black Panther and I saw certain representation on screen or certain performers or certain athletes that inspired me, and I wanted to be in that list. I wanted to be along those names of, people that inspire other kids to do what they want to do, whether it's sports, whether it's running businesses, whether it's the arts, whatever. But, represent our people and our culture in that, and, make sure that I'm doing my duty, as well as, because being a performer, it's a catch-22. It comes with responsibility. It comes with a lot of the admiration, comes responsibility in making sure that you're living your life well and you got your head on straight, and, it comes with the fame, that comes with the glamour of it. And not a lot of kids see that or even think it's possible. So like I said, to hold that torch and be able to be in that position to pass it along to the future is very important. And so that's why I think it's highly needed.
After I went through my rehearsals, for those 3-4 days, the next day I had to watch the show. And, I didn't want to really look it up online. I just wanted to see it for myself, to be like, oh my God, this is what I'm going to be doing. When you hear Magic Mike, it's Channing Tatum, you're going to think automatically it's going to be a white guy as the lead, So for me to see Blair come out, and, Blair's from the UK, but just to see the same skin color as mine, like I said before, I was like, it's possible. Like, I'm possible. I'm possible to be in that spot. And then also to see Lake, who's from Hawaii, and we got Pat, who's an Asian, it just blew my mind. Like, anything is possible.
There's an absolute presence of Black culture. You name it, from the music that we're dancing to the style of dancing, to its dancers and performers. There's definitely a celebration of Black culture, but all cultures. We got, like you said, we're very multicultural group around here, and everybody is represented, and getting the chance to represent who they are and what they do. And so it's good to be a part of that. It's good to be able to, like I said, represent that certain culture, our culture, Black culture, on this stage amongst the other cultures, and just give us a presence and, entertain, our culture and the people that come to see us and that are waiting to see Black performers on stage, or waiting to see good Black performers on stage. And it's just good to fall into that and be able to provide that.
You have nothing to prove, but everything to share. And you are perfect and great because you're only one person. It's only one you. No one can copy you or what you do, how you talk, what you present to the world, and how you love. Also, no guts, no glory. If you don't have the guts to just go for it, you won't have the glory. Never second guess yourself, because if that first thought in your mind and heart is the right one. I will always say that you can make that dream into reality, because I did. And I've seen other people do it, and who are doing it in this moment. And every time I see a person that I know who is making that dream a reality, it brings me to tears, especially for my kids. My daughter, she's a dancer. My son, he loves basketball and football. And I just can't wait to see the moment that it's their time to shine in their spotlight.